Today, we profile Ann Meyers Drysdale, a quintessential trailblazing pioneer time after time throughout her life. The ultimate barrier breaker. Her nickname could well be the First. She led the way for women in sports. Boston Celtics legend Bill Russell said of Meyers, "Annie was one of the best players ever. I didn't say male or female, I said ever." Legendary UCLA coach John Wooden said, "She was the one who really got women's basketball going." She grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the sixth of 11 children. Her dad played guard for Marquette University, then for the Shooting Stars, a professional team in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. One of her brothers, Dave, was an All-American at UCLA and went on to play for the Milwaukee Bucks. An all-around athlete in high school, she lettered in 7 sports, including softball, badminton, field hockey, tennis, and basketball. She earned 13 Most Valuable Player awards in high school sports. She led her basketball teams to an 80-5 record. In 1974, Meyers became the first high school student to play for the U.S. national team. She attended UCLA on a 4-year athletic scholarship, the first woman so honored at any university. On February 18, 1978, while playing against Stephen F. Austin, she recorded the first quadruple double in NCAA Division I basketball history. 20 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 steals. During her collegiate career, she was the first 4-year All-American and led UCLA to its first and only Women's National Championship in 1978. On being a woman's basketball pioneer, she says, "I looked at the women before me that were pioneers and opened the door for me. I came around the time of Title IX, and I think of the women that sacrificed so much before me and didn't receive the recognition. I feel like I was part of the change that happened." We all make sacrifices, and women today have to continue to make sacrifices for the next generation that is going to come up. At UCLA, her mentor was the legendary coach John Wooden, the Wizard of Westwood, who won 10 national basketball championships, and to this day, she affectionately calls him Papa. In July 1978, Meyers became the first woman ever drafted in the inaugural Women's Professional Basketball League draft. She decided against signing to keep her amateur status and to be eligible for the 1980 Olympics. In 1979, she became the first and only woman to sign a no-cut contract with an NBA team, the Indiana Pacers, for $50,000. Though she didn't make the final squad, she says it was the best decision of my life. Soon thereafter, she became the first woman to broadcast an NBA men's basketball game, providing color commentary for the Indiana Pacers. Meyers entered the inaugural Women's Superstars competition in 1979, finishing 4th, but then went on to win the next 3 consecutive years, 1980, 81, and 82. For 26 years, she served as a network television sports analyst for TNT, ESPN, CBS, and NBC. In 1986, she married former Los Angeles Dodger Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Don Drysdale and took the name Ann Meyers Drysdale. It was the first time that a married couple were members of their respective sports Hall of Fame. They had 3 children, sons Don Jr., DJ, Darren, and daughter Drew. Sadly, Don passed away in 1993, leaving her a young widow to raise 3 children, which she did a fabulous job doing. In 1988, Ann became the first woman named to the UCLA Athletic Hall of Fame. In 1993, she became the first woman ever enshrined in the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. In 1999, she was inducted as a charter member of the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame in Knoxville, Tennessee. In 2007, she was enshrined in the FIBA Hall of Fame as part of the inaugural class of 2007. She is one of 3 United States citizens, along with male player Bill Russell and coach Dean Smith Sowonder. From 2006 to 2012, she was the general manager of the WNBA's Phoenix Mercury, and since 2007, she's been a vice president of the Phoenix Suns. I may sound like a broken record. Jack, you keep saying she was the first to do this. She was the first. She was the first. I'm just stating the facts. That could be her nickname, the First. She simply was a modern-day pioneer and barrier breaker throughout her entire life. She is the author of You Let Some Girl Beat You? She told me, to me, the book is for any gender, race, or age. I think it shows that we're all able to accomplish the things that we want to. Anybody can achieve anything they want to be, whether it's your social background or economic background. I think it's important to show children and parents how important sports are in a child's life. Whatever your dreams are or aspirations are after you get out of high school or college, the road to the boardroom is through the locker room. Sports teach so much character, teamwork, leadership, self-confidence, and self-esteem. There are so many important lessons learned from athletics. They can take you to the next level. In 2013, she wrote this for me. You see a pyramid, and this was John Wooden's famous pyramid of success that he taught to all of his players. The base, industriousness, friendship, loyalty, cooperation, and enthusiasm. Next, self-control, alertness, initiative, intentness. Continuing, condition, skill, team spirit. Poise, confidence, and what that equals is competitive greatness. I try to follow UCLA coach John Wooden's pyramid of success. I try to make a difference in someone else's life, and I always strive to be a better person every day. Thank you for including me. God bless Ann Meyers Drysdale. She's as nice a human being as you'll ever meet in your life. A humbleness, a graciousness, and she's the first. That's the story of Ann Meyers Drysdale. If you enjoy these stories of inspiration and hope, please like, subscribe, and/or share them with family and friends. Until we meet again, please remember, with God, anything is possible. Sport.